What a farce. Harry labeled shameless as all of a sudden awkwardly praised for Queen's dedications. Prince Harry describes the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh as adorable and mentions their incredible bond in tonight's BBC documentary Prince Philip, The Family Remembers. Prince Harry is full of praise for his grandparents' dedications to their roles, despite stepping back from the royal family. The Duke of Sussex controversially decided to walk away from being a senior royal and move to America with wife Meghan Markle and their children. Which makes it slightly awkward when he discusses the Queen and Prince Philip's commitment to serving the public in tonight's BBC documentary Prince Philip, The Family Remembers. Harry is one of more than a dozen royals taking part in the documentary, which was originally supposed to air earlier this year to mark the Duke of Edinburgh's 100th birthday before he sadly passed away. While some of the family were filmed in the royal palaces for the special hour-long program, Harry did his interviews alone in the US. Somewhat surprisingly, the 37-year-old describes his grandparents as adorable and their incredible bond during their marriage. From my grandmother's perspective, to have someone like that on your shoulder for 73 years of marriage, it doesn't get better than that, he says. The two of them together were just the most adorable couple. I don't know if anyone has ever described them as adorable. But for me, knowing the cheekiness of him, and that behind what the world sees you have two individuals who were very much in love and both at a very young age dedicated their life to service. The things that they saw and places they traveled and experiences they went through, that is an incredible bond between two people. Full of praise for his grandfather, Harry says he was unapologetically him at all times, something which is echoed by many other members of the family. He adds, "What you see is what you got with my grandfather, and that's what I loved more than anything else." Prince William reveals his grandparents actually loved when things went wrong because they live a life where everything is so well prepared. While everyone around them gets mortally embarrassed, William stated that the Queen and Prince Philip loved when there was some chaos involved. Backing up his brother's confession, Harry adds, "There's that imbalance of everyone doing their absolute best to make sure the Queen and Duke of Edinburgh are coming. Let's make sure everything is absolutely right. Remember, every single year has gone right. While the two of them are going, well, I wonder if something's gonna go wrong this year? How exciting." Harry also explains that the Duke of Edinburgh, who died at the age of 99, was not too concerned with reaching his centenary. Whereas in cricket most people want to get to a century, he had a fantastic innings and it's almost as though at 99 he came running out the crease and scored a massive six. But he didn't actually want to get to a century. "More than anything, I miss his humor, but I miss him more for my grandmother because I know how incredibly strong she was with him there. I also know she's going to be okay without him." The special one-off documentary features interviews with all of the Queen and Prince Philip's children, including the Prince of Wales, the Princess Royal, the Duke of York and the Earl of Wessex. Also interviewed are some of the adult grandchildren, including Zara Phillips and Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, as well as the Duchess of Cornwall. "It felt like the end of an era," says Camilla. "They're a very difficult generation to live up to, but I'm very proud and very pleased that I knew him." While Charles, who reveals the final conversation he had with his father, adds, "We were lucky to have him for nearly 100 years. Harry also details the rather blunt advice that Prince Philip gave him before he went off to Afghanistan with the army. Going off to Afghanistan, he was very matter-of-fact and just said, "Make sure you come back alive," says Harry. "Then when I came back, there wasn't a deep level of discussion, more a case of, well, you made it. How was it?" That's how he was. He was very much a listener. He sorts of set the scene for you to be able to share as much as you wanted to share, but he would never probe.